Oh, okay. It is missing. All right, everybody, we'll, you want to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? Over here, right? All right, I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, very good. Well, welcome, everyone. Kathy, if you could do a roll call for us, please.
You got it. King. Hugh.
Present.
McDonald.
Here.
Galogli.
Here.
Bergbauer.
Here.
Deskin.
Here.
Bartleson.
Here.
Cardamone.
Present.
We have a quorum.
All right, and Pastor Ernest is here to open us up.
Please.
It is. Okay.
Please pray with me. First, we just want to say thank you, Father, for all your grace and all your mercy, Father God, for your divine protection over our city, Lord, for blessing us, God, keeping us, for protecting us from hurt, harm, and danger. I thank you for our mayor. I thank you for our leaders, Father God. I thank you for our police chief and our force, Father God. And I ask you to continue to watch over us and lead and guide us as we cast all our cares on you, Father God. In all thy ways we acknowledge you and we ask you to direct our path. In the name of Jesus, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Ernest. Appreciate it. Liaison reports. Anybody got anything?
Yes, I do.
All right. Why don't we'll just start at Susie and work our way down.
Okay. First of all, for city-sponsored events, we have Cruising into Lockport. We have only 3 more of them to go. On Monday nights, from 4 to 8 is the car show, and from 6 to 8 is live music and entertainment at Central Square. On this coming Monday, it'll be Trucks and Jeep Night with the Galinda and Juggling Bubble Play. That was a mouthful. And the music will be alternative rock. It's called Redline Audio. Monday, August 18th, it will be Foreign Car Night with the Ryan Craig Band playing country tunes. Monday, August 25th, will be Orphan Car Night with Centerfold playing a tribute to the female rock legends. Next, for the Lockport City of Arts events, we have Movies at Illuminate. It will be the third one will be Friday, August 8th, which is this Friday. School of Rock will be playing on the side of the Norton Building. And there will be a live performance by the School of Rock of Lamont. And there will be art films created by LTHS students before the movie. Activities will start at 7 and the movie will start at dusk. We have Fridays in the Park coordinated by Gallery 7. The next one is Friday, August 22nd. And that will be from 6 to 9 p.m. Music will be at 7 p.m. on the Lincoln Landing. And the band will be the Velvet Rose playing Motown hits. And last but not least, we have the Fire Fest this coming Saturday, August 9th from 1 to 6 p.m. It'll be hosted by Main Street Lockport downtown on 10th Street. There will be live music, art installation reveal at 3 p.m., hot wings, a pub crawl, And I guess there is a couple more things. Movie at the Roxy. There will be a movie on Saturday, August 23rd at 7 p.m. It'll be an exclusive screening of The Fright Stuff. It's a documentary detailing the history of the haunted house industry created by the owner of Hell's Gate. Tickets are now on sale. They're $3 each, and the link is on the city website. And we will be having the Sweet and Savory Tour on Sunday, September 14th from 11 to 3 p.m. Tickets will go on sale Friday, August 15th at noon.
Right on.
All right, for our police liaison report, on Wednesday, August 13th, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., Lockport police officers will be at Culver's for burgers and badges. It's a fundraiser for the Special Olympics, and 10% of every order will be donated to Special Olympics Illinois, and Lockport officers will be serving food and taking donations. Second item is that officers Ganger, Henning, and Pendle will be formally honored by the Homer Township Fire Protection District for their bravery and courageous actions. While on duty, the officers observed a house fire in progress behind Thornton's gas station. Before the arrival of the fire department, they selflessly forced entry into the home at great personal risk to search for potential victims. Fortunately, no residents were inside at the time. However, the officers were able to rescue 2 beloved family pets, an act that undoubtedly helped lessen the emotional impact on the homeowners. In recognition of their extraordinary efforts, the Homer Township Fire District Board of Trustees will formally recognize officers Ganger, Henning, and Pendle at their next meeting on August 20th at 4 p.m. In the Lockport Police Community event held on August 2nd at Lockport East High School was a tremendous success. We welcomed over 1,000 attendees and served more than 800 hot dogs throughout the day. A heartfelt thank you to all the local businesses, sponsors, and community partners who helped make this event truly special.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Liaison report for finance. We have 2 new hires, and these are police into the police department, or lateral moves. We have Jeff Sanfilippo, butchered that name, I'm sure, and then Matt Landini. And then the other thing is with the recent construction of the City Hall, that's why we're all here tonight. Over the next few months, we'll be meeting here. Just a reminder, meetings will be held here and not downtown. The HVAC and a few other enhancements to the building are being done after many, many, many years of not having good system up and running. Now we're going to go ahead and update it. So if you're going to enter through door 3, which is on the, I believe, the west side of the building, which would be the northwest corner there. You'll come up into the gym area, and they've done a great job of putting people in various areas. So there's a sign when you walk in. If you're looking for the water department or the building department, just follow the signs and you'll get to where you need to go. Thank you.
Got anything, JR? I'm good. Okay, anybody else? All right, well then before we get to you, Joanne, yeah, okay, all good? Then please, let's talk about your beautification award, Joanne.
Yes, we do have a few that we'd like to recognize. They're here this evening to receive their certificates, and some of them will be recognized at first, second, and third, and fourth place winners. And with that comes some gift certificates that we are going to add to that. So, Mayor, if you wouldn't mind helping me with this?
Sure. My pleasure.
All righty. So it's a great honor to have you all of you here to be recognized. We appreciate all that you do to make your home and landscaping beautiful. And we are recognizing this spring and summer recognition of homes. And we'd like to start with mentioning that the Baumgart's residents, you are here. please come up and we'll recognize you here. They sent their nomination, and they were also nominated by Aaron Gotts, who loved the creativity with the recycled bikes from the Lockport Resource Center, and the kids repurposed other items to make outdoor arts. So that's really cute. Very good. Well, congratulations. And please feel free to display your little sign there. Thank you so much. Okay, the next one is the Beltran residents. I believe they are here. They are nominated, no, maybe they aren't here. I'm sorry. Are they? Yeah, they are. Come on up. They were nominated by Alderwoman Susan King from First Award 1, and they stated in the nomination that they take pride in their yard, and it truly shows. Thank you, Beltran family, for participating, and for Susan to nominate them. Okay? Very nice. Here's your certificate, and okay. Our next honorable mentions are the Giorgios. They're not here. Okay. Let's see here. The homeowner, Laura, takes pride in her gardening and was thankful even after a recent surgery, she was still able to get her garden ready for the season. They were unable to join us tonight, but we do want to recognize them the same, and we'll make sure that they get their certificate and their sign to display. Okay? So thank you for them. Very good. The final mention is the Scarbus residents. Did I say that right? Okay, they're not here. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Karen was nominated by Dominic Muscatella. He stated in the nomination that she works very hard on her landscaping, and he wanted to recognize her. So that was very nice for our neighbor to do that. Very nice. Trim and very nice there. Very good. Thank you so much. Now we will get into the 4 winners. So we have first, second, third, and fourth. We want to mention the 4th place winner, the Nolan residents. Please. They always take pride in really decorating their landscaping every season, actually. So we'd like to say thank you for doing that. Okay. Is this? Oh.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all you're fine.
The other one was not here, right? Okay. Alrighty. Okay, 3rd place winner is the Muscatella residents. Hi, thank you for being here. We'd like to mention, let's see here, Dominic entered the contest, and he was also nominated by Megan Biggerstaff, that Dominic worked so hard to make his home colorful and peaceful, and it feels very welcoming, and he takes great care of his plants. Congratulations, Dominic. Very good. Thank you so much, folks. Yes. Yes, and they are recipients of a gift card. Thank you. Congratulations, you guys. All righty. And the second place recognition with gift card is the Pool family. Pool family, right? Okay. Okay, so the second place, let's see. Wayne has a beautiful patio area with lovely landscaping around it. The front of his home has a great selection of colorful flowers. Congratulations for coming in second place. Hey, you're quite welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for participating. Okay, and the first place winners, or ones that we chose to be first place, is the Linklater residence at 521 South Street. We love the look of the timeless lights and landscaping around the flagpole. It looks like the perfect space to have coffee in the morning. Great job, Jessica, and congratulations. They're not here right now. Okay. Okay. So, but thank you for those that did have time to stop in. We appreciate your participation. And please be ready for our fall and Halloween decorations. Okay? Thank you so much for everything. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys, don't feel bad if you walk out.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we'll move on. So we'll do, looking for a motion to have a consent agenda this evening. All right, I got Pat and who else? Joanne? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, so we're looking tonight for approval for our regular city council meeting minutes from July 2nd, our city council meeting minutes from July 16th, payroll period ending July 20th, and our bills through July 29th. So looking for a motion to approve. All right, we got Steve and Susan?
Yep.
Okay. And if we could do a roll call, please.
You got it. King,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
McDonald, Sologli,
Yes.
Birdbauer,
Yes.
Deskin,
Yes.
Bartleson,
Yes?
Cardamone.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right, well, that's all we had to vote on tonight, so we can do an adjournment on our, we got one more on here? I don't have anything else on. Oh, at the bottom.
Next page, yeah.
Oh, I see, I'm sorry. So you guys, okay, 6-month review, closed session too. We usually don't do that in the closed
Mr.
session.
Mayor, I was just going to say, there's supposed to be a discussion session. I did send out an email to the entire city council to see if anyone wanted to review any minutes.
Okay.
If they had wanted to review them, it really should be a closed session on a city council meeting
Okay.
to have that discussion. I got one thank you for the email, another thank you, no need to meet. So if it's the intent of the city council to keep confidential the same minutes you did in January, which is the last time we did the review, or January or February, and the ones that haven't since then we don't have to have a closed session.
Okay.
There's a discussion needed by any of the council members who are going into closed session to discuss it.
Okay, so right now we're doing a motion to basically keep our executive session meetings closed for now.
There wouldn't be a motion right now. There's a committee of the whole resolution which would be put on either for action or consent to the next city council meeting.
Oh, all right.
Tonight was just to discuss, if you wanted to have a discussion, what minutes should be released, if any.
Okay.
If, again, I'm
Well, not to be
presuming,
picky, but shouldn't that have been on the committee of the whole?
no, closed session is supposed to be in the same body that did the closed session initially. So if it was a city council closed session, then the discussion should be in a city council closed session.
All right, that's,
Now, Kathy and I did discuss maybe next time we do the committee of the whole first, and so that we could go through the city council second, and then,
that's all right. I
Yeah.
just was confused
Yep.
because okay, so you guys are just, we're looking at take action on the next meeting then with this.
correct. So if anyone wanted to discuss it tonight, to make a motion to go into closed session. If there's no motion to go into closed session, then we're done for the
Okay.
city council.
Any motions?
No.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
And then, all right, so then I guess we just do a motion to adjourn. All right, Pat and JR, all in favor? Okay. Whenever you're ready, Kathy, just please do roll call for committee of the whole.
Okay, I'm ready if you are.
Yeah, please.
All right, Kane,
Present.
Hugh,
Present.
McDonald,
Here.
Galogly,
Here.
Bergbauer,
Here.
Duskin,
Here.
Bartleson,
Here?
Cardamone.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right, first thing on the agenda, CA1. Ben, what do you got?
Thank you, Mayor. Members of the council, this is an intergovernmental agreement with Will County School District 92 for a reciprocal reporting agreement with the Lockport Police Department. Several statutes, including the Municipal Code and Student Records Act, require school districts and the law enforcement agencies to have a reporting agreement together to share information about possible crimes or alleged crimes committed by students. This is something very similar that we've done with Lockport Township High School, but all the schools are separate governments, so we have to have each one on file for them separately. District 92 has requested this. This would be approving Resolution 25065, approving the agreement that's in your packet with District 92 and the City of Lockport for Lockport's Police Department. It's a pretty standard agreement for sharing that information. Chief, if there's anything else we need to add? So this would be a great thing for consent if no one has
Okay.
an issue with it.
Any concern with consent? All right, consent it is.
Thank you.
Okay, next is our CA2 is the municipal grocery retailer occupation tax. So, I could say a few things to start this off. A while back, the state legislature voted to let a grocery tax expire. The big struggle, though, with it is the state doesn't actually receive any of the money. So it was like getting rid of a tax that they have nothing to do with. It was very devastating to most municipalities around the state to have that pulled. And so all governing bodies, municipal governing bodies had to either make a motion to let it expire or to keep it in place. It's an existing tax that's here now. There's no changes to it. So, we're here to decide whether or not just to keep our status quo or not. So, if anyone want to add anything to that?
Thank you, Mayor. This would be just approving ordinance 25008. I did get one email from a council member just looking for clarifications on section 2 and 3. There's actually two parts of the tax. One is for grocery retailers and one is for grocery services. Both are required by the IML ordinance. It kind of depends on how you buy groceries. If you're buying at Burkott's, it's one. You buy it on Amazon Food, it might be another. So just to clarify that it's still only collecting the 1%. This is retaining revenues that we have currently. This was enacted back in 1990 when the state of Illinois stopped taxing the groceries of 6%, but the municipalities were able to keep their 1%. This is basically the same thing. Nothing would be changing for anyone in January if we retain the tax. We've been surrounded by communities around us that have kept it in place. Plainfield, Romeoville, Shorewood. I understand Lamont has it on their agenda next week. And so it's good that we're not losing a competitive advantage to another community that isn't also retaining it. So we see no reason not to keep it.
Okay. Any thoughts, concerns, comments?
In general, in theory, I'm always going to be taking a position of, regardless if it was there, if it's something that we can give back to the community, I'd be more in favor to give back than to retain it.
Sure. I would say the one piece of that having a grocery tax works in the favor for our residents in the sense that it's one tax that non-residents pay. So like all of Bonnie Bray, all of Lockport Heights, anybody from, south, east, west of Lockport that comes in, they're helping to pay for, our roads and our infrastructure. So it's it's also a non-resident tax as well, and that's the one advantage it has. I know we talked a little bit about this, all of us, you know, and I think I'd rather see us, if we're going to do that, I'd rather see us be more aggressive on a property tax rate decrease than, because that would benefit Lockport residents only, and not like forego money that we were able to get from outside residents. So that's the one thing I think about this, about keeping it in place as a positive, and I think as budget time comes up, if we want to talk about being more aggressive with our property tax rate reduction, I think that's the way to do it. So that's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I agree. Good point, Steve. And I agree with the comment you made about giving it back. The problem with this particular tax is it's going to a lot of internal structure of the city. So when you give that up, now you have to look at eliminating services. So I think we as a governing body here do really well to monitor where our money goes. And like Steve mentioned, a lot of municipalities, I think, feel the same way. You're having other communities shop here. We're certainly less than some other ones, so that draws them here to spend their shopping dollars. So I think for overall, I think it's a good thing to keep, and therefore you don't have to go digging to pull services back and have, I'm not going to say no impact at all, but it's not going to be an increase.
All right, if anybody else, otherwise I suggest then we could just put it on action in case anybody wants to vote differently on it at the next meeting. Is that okay? All right, so action item, please. All right, what do you got, Mike? Oh, this is our semi-annual executive session meetings, all right. I'm still confused about what I'm doing with this.
So all this is based on what the city council indicated without a motion to go in executive session.
Okay.
I'll prepare the resolution's already attached to your packet.
Okay.
There was going to be a Schedule A for the minutes that we're keeping confidential, and
Yeah.
the direction I received from the board, or the council, is that you want to keep them confidential, along with the new ones since the last review.
Yeah.
There will not be a Schedule B, which is anything you wanted to release separately. So that'll be on the next agenda, either for action or consent.
All right, sounds good, thank you. You guys okay with consent?
Yeah.
All right, consent, Mike, thanks. All right, and then Lance, what do we got?
This is a case related to Resolution 25066. This is a concept plan for an auto body repair shop for outdoor storage of vehicles in Lockport Crossing, specifically Lot 6, specifically named Crash Champions Collision Repair. This was Plan and Zoning Commission Case 2025-007. Andrew Hansen of Crash Champions is here with us tonight. They have submitted a concept plan for an auto body repair shop with outdoor storage of vehicles. The property is generally located north of Thornton Avenue and the 9th Street intersection. Looks like it. There we go. The subject property includes lots 5 and 6 of Lockport Center, which is Zone C3 Highway Commercial, and impressed with a special use permit for a planned mixed-use development. There is the zoning map on your screen or in your packet, regardless of which you look at. Crash Champions is an existing auto body shop that is currently located on Archer Avenue. It is north of New Avenue or Ledwig, probably about another quarter mile or half mile up there on the right-hand side, just south of the former Villanova Pizza. That's probably a landmark that everybody would know. They have selected this property for a new collision repair facility. They have outgrown the current facility, and the business would relocate to a new building on this particular parcel. On your screen is the site plan for the proposed 20,000 square foot building on lots 5 and part of lot 6. They have outdoor storage on the north and west sides and customer employee parking lots on the east and south sides. The building has frontage on Thornton Avenue, as well as a sliver of 9th Street to the east, as well as Highland Avenue to the back or the north side of the facility. The loading and overhead doors are located on the north. and the west sides of the building. That was a misprint in your report. It should say west instead of east. These are some images of the building itself in perspective. It looks very similar to some of the other crash champions that have been developed in a couple other communities. This is the southwest corner of the building, which the east facade would be facing basically the Dewey Clinic. The south facade would be facing Thornton Street / 9th Street, depending on what section of that street. Because they both run east-west, there's just an intersection there at the light. Approval of the concept plan for an auto body repair shop with the outdoor storage. The annexation agreement would also need to be amended by the City Council in its current form because auto body repair shop, outdoor storage, and towing companies are each expressly prohibited per the current Lockport Crossings annexation agreement. And additionally, the special use permit, as it would normally be, would need to be amended to allow the auto body repair and outdoor storage of vehicles. To that end, the property owner, who is separate from Crash Champions, who is also in the audience tonight, John Melissa, is the property owner. They have agreed to some additional, beyond just the modifications that would be done to the annexation agreement, they have in addition agreed to a second document that would be a declaration of use restriction that expands on the number of uses in the original annexation agreement from, I think, probably about 7 uses that were in the annexation agreement to 44 uses that are in the additional declaration of use agreement. They are willing to sign that because they feel strongly about the use that they are trying to get here with Crash Champions, the location of where they are proposing that use, understand that it's a prohibited use currently, and are willing to look at Lot 6, which is in red on your screen or in your black and white copy. It's the outlined outlot to the east of the facility. The 44 uses are basically auto body repair, auto repair, a whole series of different things that were in your packet that you could review that would basically limit it to a retail use or a restaurant, quick service, other things. If you remember back to our gas station discussion where we kind of narrowed down the locations within the city that a gas station could be located, this was one of those locations. A gas station would be an excluded, prohibited use in this district through this use declaration of use restriction. In addition to that, as a second condition of this particular agreement, they have agreed that they cannot even request those prohibited uses. So as opposed to them coming here today for a prohibited use that's currently prohibited in their agreement, they would be restricted from even approaching us with a use that is on that list as a prohibited use or as the expanded prohibited use. This declaration would also span to successor owners. So if Mr. Melissa would sell the property to somebody else, this use restriction would still follow that sale to a new owner. So with that, this is our suggested motion. It was in your packet. This went before Plan and Zoning Commission on June 10th, 2025. They voted 7-0 to recommend approval of the concept plan with relatively our 4 standard conditions for a concept plan related to that we've just completed a general review of the plan and not details. The annexation agreement would need to be amended by the City Council prior to approval of the final development plan. The special use permit would also need to be amended in there, and then also that it's good for 1 year. The concept plan approval is good for 1 year. So that is our suggested motion. I'm going to invite Andrew up to the podium to be able to go through his slides as well. He wants to talk a little bit about Crash Champions. Is there a advancer up there that you can advance the slides?
No.
All right, I will advance them for you.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. My name is Andrew Hansen. I am the Director of Project Management and Construction for Crash Champions. We are a single owner, privately owned. We do not franchise. We started here. Our CEO started with his first shop in New Lenox. We are grown now to over 650 locations across 38 states. So there's a slide of all the states that we're in. We bring coming from a very small location that we have currently, roughly about 6 million with the potential of about 10 million. Go ahead. Okay. Okay. As you saw in the previous slides, this is the star is the current is the proposed location. There's the plot plan. We have the next slide should be the landscape plan. Nope, neighboring. These are some of the other builds that we've done in the surrounding communities. Just in Illinois, I've done all over the country, but top right is Plainfield, middle is New Lenox, and the bottom is Mokina.
With that, on your screen is, again, the suggested motion that we have. We're requesting either for consent or action at your next meeting, and both Andrew and myself would be happy to answer questions.
I have a comment. I don't even think this works, to be honest with you. It does. I have a comment, I really like the way this looks, and what I thought was interesting is if we just remove the word Crash Champions, it would look like a medical building. It is very nice looking, so thank you.
I just had a question on the partial. There's like some space on the north by Highland Avenue, and it's like a little strip. Is that won't be yours though, correct? Oh, okay. Okay, so it wouldn't be used for any other, okay, gotcha.
I'm for the, I love your company, you did great business for me, and I'm very happy with this move. My question is, obviously with the smaller location, so much of your work ended up being on Archer Road. So my question is, with the parking lot space you're getting now, how much, do you have enough fenced-in space to do the job? I don't want the cars working their way out into the drop-off areas, or what is the policy on that?
You're talking in your existing?
In the existing location. So, in over 35 cars inside. There will be times that you have to move a car out. That's hence the screening for the rear of it. So a typical repair is 9 to 14 days. In that time frame, when a car's dropped off, car will come in, it'll be assessed, it will be taken apart. Parts will be ordered, and then it'll be pulled out. Another car will come in and take a spot until those parts come in. Then that car will come in, be assembled, go to paint, go to detail, and then be ready to deliver through the customer delivery area. At no time you will have a wrecked car, except for some odd case. Once in a while, you'll have a tow truck driver that doesn't have our codes. He may not be a tow truck driver that is on our list, that they will drop off a wrecked car overnight, and we have ways of getting it in. We'll pick it up with our forklift inside and move it behind the gate. That's the only time that you would see a damaged car or a car that a customer has pulled up, right, that's still drivable, might be damaged. It's in the bay to get estimated and then go into the back.
Thank you.
Did you guys take a look at not, and this is kind of a development question, maybe Lance can help to answer this, but it looks like if the building was rotated, it could fit on one parcel. Is the plan to only have one pin for this property?
So it will have...
Building straddled across.
Yeah, the... Be readjusted. So the property lines would shift to the east. So if you look on the screen, you'll see a thick line that is just east of the easternmost parking lot. That will become the new property line. So they will consolidate those lots into one pin that would be for Crash Champions. They are willing to construct the road that would then connect their parking lot over to the Dewey right-in, right-out lane, which in the future, when that vacant lot would get developed, would get turned into what would be their parking lot that would in essence continue the parking from Crash Champions to the east into the new outlot.
Does you feel that road leaves enough space in an empty lot to do something behind it, or is it like bisecting it in such a way that it's kind of restrictive to what can go in there?
That road won't be the same when that gets developed.
I mean, that road there?
Yes, so that would get reconfigured into a parking lot. in essence. So your parking.
Oh, I
that
got you. So in other words, if somebody redevelops it, that
Yes.
goes, they'll still
That
have
road-
the egress areas, but not that way.
Right.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, that road, in essence, if you see the parking that is on the south side of the Crash Champions building, imagine that extending across the vacant outlot, and then you would take a 90-degree turn left, and then a 90-degree turn right to get to the right and out, as opposed to the kind of arced condition that it would be there.
What's the point in building the road then?
So that you have connection to the right in, right out, because you have people that'll come in off 159th going westbound.
Yeah.
And as opposed to going up to the traffic light, waiting at the traffic light, turning right, then turning right again, then turning right again.
Oh, I got
to the
you. I
parking
follow.
lot.
I follow. Okay.
This provides them access to that aisle.
Okay.
I have a question. I know the shop down on State Street is very small. I've driven by it numerous times. Annual projected revenue of 6 million, is that what you're currently doing right now at that shop? or-
No,
No,
that would be amazing. No.
that would be for that smaller shop, yeah.
No, it's projected by the size and the amount of techs that we can put in this new location.
Okay.
So, and that's typical of when our finance runs the numbers and our performance on this current area, those are the numbers that come back with what the potential is for us to get out of this new build.
That's great. I think auto body shop of that caliber that does high-end cars is something that we need. Plus talented labor to repair them correctly.
And this is only a Crash Champions. We also own other concepts. So inside this space is ATE, which is our calibration company, which does all of your sensors after an accident, anything, right? All of those sensors, those cameras, all have to be calibrated into a clean room. We also have a concept that we've rolled out in the last year, which is called the Lux location. We have 17 of them across the country. We will take, as we roll these out, we'll take some of those. Those are all Mercedes, Lamborghini, Range Rover, Jaguar, all of the higher end, and that's our higher end locations. We will take those little certifications into these. So there's about, along with BASF, which is our paint provider, there's about 110 certifications that each location has to attain.
Yeah, cars are certainly not what they used to be worked on. Lance, lots 5 and 6, you mentioned that the zoning has to change for lot 5. Is that also going to change for 6, or is 6 going to stay the same?
The zoning does not change at all.
Okay.
The only thing that would change is the lot line.
Okay.
So currently, the Crash Champions building, if you look at the building footprint on that plan, you'll see some dashed lines that kind of run through the middle of it. That's the current lot line. So that lot line would go away, and a new lot line would be established. The zoning does not change. It would remain C3. The special use permit would get updated to allow for the auto body repair, which is a special use in our zoning code. And then obviously, as we've discussed, the annexation agreement would get updated as well.
Cool. All right. Thank you.
I've got a couple comments. So, why this site? There's plenty other 2.5 acre sites along either Archer Avenue or 159th Street. So, why this site?
One, the location, right? In the center, coming off of Archer, coming off of 159th, and coming off of 355, being close to those access, especially 355.
I like your company. I've done some research. I looked at every single location via satellite image of that you have in the area. And my issue with this whole thing, and it doesn't have anything to do with you, is
if a resident, a homeowner, wished to come in and ask for crazy things to be done at their home, and they would be asked to go ahead and have us amend the restrictions on a piece of property. And I would point to staff would say, no, you can't do that. And so when they come to me, and I said, look, you're not the first person to ask me to do that type of use in your property. Yes, it's your property, but you can't do that. And so I'm very uncomfortable with giving a business that I sure would like to have here in town, to go ahead and it's just basically, I just feel it's just thumbing our noses at homeowners that would ask for whatever we're going to call it, special use or variances or whatever, that I've spent the last dozen years telling people they can't do it because our municipal code doesn't allow it. So you're probably it's gonna get passed in 2 weeks. I'm probably gonna be the only no for that reason. So I just thought I'd explain the reason why I'll be voting no today.
Any other comments?
Just a quick question. So the lot with the current, we'll call it the S Street going through it, what's the access going to be for that lot? So eventually when it gets developed, are they going to have to go through Dooley or go through this lot? Like how is that going to function?
So there's a right in, right out, right on the right edge of the screen. And that is a direct access to 159th Street.
Oh,
So if you were going westbound on 159th, you would turn right in there.
Got it.
And go right into the outlot.
Got it.
Could you go through Crash Champions if you were on Thornton and you didn't want to go through the light and you didn't want to go all the way around? You'd drive through Crash Champions.
Which would make me just a touch nervous because people sometimes don't follow the rules all the time. So, okay. Thank you.
If they get in a wreck, they would be right.
They're right there.
Yeah.
An excellent point.
Lance, is it possible to get a render from like 30 feet up in the air to the east, kind of out the windows of the Dooley building?
You want it a bird's eye from outside the building looking down on the site?
Yeah, like what the view would be looking at that property from Dooley, like the top floor of Dooley.
From Dewey, so looking west?
Yeah, looking west.
Okay. I'm
is
sure
it
that's
possible? Yeah.
Just
How does it, I mean, imagine you have a spray booth, but I'm just thinking about future uses. I mean, I haven't been excited about having an automotive use here. I think there was a reason that there was a restriction put in the first place. The one gain out of it is that we can finally put the rest in a gas station, which I did not want there, especially. So the trade-off of putting this use and being able to get a gas station off the table, I think is a plus in my mind. But I also like to think one of the things I don't like about Jiffy Lubes and gas stations is they're kind of forever. I mean, they have a use that's really hard to change in the future. Not that I'm wanting you guys to go out of business. I hope you stay in business as long as you want, but there comes a time in 15, 20 years, maybe you guys move on and Crash Champions isn't there, and do I have a building that's impossible to use for anything else? Or is it a slab that you could easily convert to something else, like you guys did the Aldi? That's my question. Is this like a gas station where it's going to be a monumental task to pull out things?
No, it can be turned into an office building, to tell you the truth. I haven't gone the other way, right? I'm only turning them in to Crash Champions.
Right.
But we've taken everything from a bowling alley and a roller rink down in Texas to a number of Aldis. Right now I have a Big Lots down in Peru. So because of that, right, it is a clear span building. It can be turned into a retail location, just like a Big Lots, right? It could go the reverse way.
Sure. Okay.
It'd be a very nice Big Lots.
And again, Andrew, I'm not, pushing to see that happen. But it's one of my problems I always have with those other kind of uses. I don't like single-use buildings that you're stuck with forever. So, that's a plus to me.
So the EPA, right, I think the environmental part is what you were concerned about with tanks, right? We don't have any tanks. Gone are the days that we spray any type of chemicals. Every vehicle today is sprayed with a water-based paint. So water-based has about 10 years now was introduced, right? We got away from all of the harmful enamel and lacquer paints, became water-based, and we spray water. There is no harmful chemicals. We have a hardener that goes in there. Everything that we have that is through MSD, whatever the chemicals are housed inside of our facility in 55-gallon drums. It is taken in and out by environmental companies like Clean or whatever.
All right, thank you. Anything else?
You guys don't have above-ground storage tanks? I'm guessing because every car uses a different kind of oil, you probably...
We don't change oil.
But
Nothing.
If a car
gets hit and is leaking oil, we will capture it, just like air conditioning, right? It's a front-end damage. Air conditioning, we have the proper machinery to capture that freon, put it back in, put it into our little 20-pound tanks. It goes off to someplace else to have those repairs. We don't have a mechanic. We don't do tires. We don't do alignments.
Okay.
We only do body work and some electrical within what's in the sensors of that body.
Okay. So in getting fluids back into the vehicle, it would go off-site?
If the car comes in and is leaking, right, we have floor drains that we can rinse cars down. That is captured into an oil water separator before it ever goes anyplace else. That oil water separator it's inside. That gets serviced every couple months. It's usually about a quarter in a size facility like this, where they'll pump it out, they'll take all the chemicals out and transport them. But if we capture anything, it's going to go into a 55-gallon drum, and then we have a service and a company that will pick those up and dispose of those.
Great. I imagine most of the cars leak where they crash. They're not leaking a ton when they get to you.
There's some leaks, but you'd be surprised. If they're leaking, right, they're already leaked at the crash site. They're not, if they're towed in, they're not leaking anymore. Everything came out of them. So.
Thanks.
There is a sales tax component to this facility, right? I mean, if you're talking, they do 600,000 or $1 million a year. Now they have the bigger facility. Which
Is there sales tax that's served?
Sales tax on parts, correct?
Parts.
Parts.
What's that?
There'll be sales tax on the parts that they put in,
Okay.
but the service component,
The service is no, okay.
No.
All right.
All right, friends. Well, if no other questions, if you think of stuff during the week, don't hesitate to reach out to Lance, and we can put this on for action, and if any further discussion, we can do that as well. So.
Great.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, last, what do you got, Lance?
This is the most exciting case of the night. This is related to Resolution 25067. This is a release of bonds in the amount of $13,794 and $36,784. Just as a context, if you remember, we released a large portion of the Clover Ridge bond last year. When they finished all the hardscape and curbs and pipe and everything like that. We retained funds for the parkway trees that were not in a condition that we could accept. We have worked with the developer. They will be planting new trees for those that we have agreed need to be replaced in the appropriate planting season during the fall. And so we are requesting release of the rest of it. We will still have a bond that will be good for a year from the date that those are replaced, if they do not end up taking.
Okay.
Again, request for action or consent.
Everybody good with action on this one? All right, action it is. Or rather, consent. I'm sorry, consent. You guys all wanted to vote on it. All right, consent. Thank you, Jonathan. All right, anything for new business? Da-da-da-da. All right, then looking for a motion to adjourn. Say Joanne and Pat? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, thanks, everyone.
Aye.